राधा माधवा प्रिया विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंजा विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंजा विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंजा विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंजा विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो जय गौर हरि निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो जय गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद दिव्यांगे श्री भक्ति वेदांत संशोपाद की जय। देवों विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद दिव्यांगे श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामाई यमुनामाई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All reach to assemble devotees, Hare Krishna. All reach to assemble devotees, Hare Krishna. All reach to assemble devotees, Hare Krishna. All reach, all reach, all reach. Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Gopal ki jai. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Destarane. Thank you very much for joining. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, title Question. Canto 1 title Creation, Chapter 1 title Questions by the Sages, verse number 15. For that, please and repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat. Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1 Creation, Chapter 1 title Question by the Sages, verse number 15. Yat pada samsraya suta munaya prasamaya sadya punanti upasprushta Swardhoni apo anusevaya. Yat pada sampraya suta. Yat pada sampraya suta munaya prasamayana. Sadya punanti upasprushta. Swardhoni apo anusevaya. Canto 1, Chapter 1, verse number 15. Yat pada samsraya suta munaya prasamayana sadya punanti upasprushta swardhoni apo anusevaya. Word to word translation. Yat, whose, pada, lotus feet, samsraya, those who have taken shelter of, suta, O Suta Goswami, Munaya, great sages, Prasamayana, absorbed in devotion to the Supreme, Sadhya, at once, Punanti, sanctified, Upasprushta, simply by association, Swadhuni, of the sacred Ganges, Gange, Apa, water, Anusevaya, bringing into use. Translation by Srimad Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. O Suta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganga can sanctify only after prolonged use. So please repeat again the translation. O Suta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganga can sanctify only after prolonged use. We'll try to understand what this verse is telling. Probably today may be short class. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् ॐ तत्सत्. So we are in Canto 1, Creation, Chapter 1, the title question by the sages. So far in this, there are 6 questions in the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, of first canto, first chapter. And in this, 3 questions are already passed. These are asked by Saunaka and other rishis assembled in Naimisharanya. Which is very close to UP, Lucknow. The place, even now it is there. So Saunaka, the leader of the rishis, Saunaka is asking the questions to Sota Goswami. These questions. The first question they asked, what is the ultimate good for the people in general? And then the second question they asked is, what is the essence of all the scriptures? Then the third question they asked, why did Krishna appear in the womb of Mother Devaki? These are the 3 questions which are already from the past verses. So we are in the verse number 15. So basically they are asking these questions because we can see what is the ultimate good for the people in general, what is the essence. Means they are asking about what is the actual dharma, Bhagavad Dharma, and the importance of the holy name, because that is the essence of all the scriptures. And let me mute. Ritesh Prabhu, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, is it mute now?
No. I tried muting and it's muting my line. Let me see. Okay, hold on.
How do I
I
mute
have it.
myself?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, sorry. So we are discussing about the Canto 1, Chapter 1, Srimad Bhagavatam, verse number 15 today. In that we discussed 3 questions were asked. What is the ultimate good for the people in general? That is engaging in Bhagavad Dharma. Then what is the essence of all the scriptures, which is the holy name, is the essence of all, that is the main thing. There are many others part of the Bhakti Yoga, but that is the main essence. And the third one is why did Krishna appear in the womb of Mother Devaki? So before they ask the question, then this chapter, the way they are asking these questions, the sequence, because we can see, in order for anybody, living entity to understand or see the actual form of the Supreme Lord, they need to first chant the holy name of the Lord, hear the holy name or His glories of the Lord. Then only they can come to the form of the Lord. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. As we continuously chant day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, consistently, sincerely, seriously. So then gradually that same holy name, what we are chanting, will reveal the form of the Lord within our heart. We will be able to see, just like Parikshit Maharaj when he was protected by Brahmastra, when he was released, Ashwadhama released Brahmastra, then Parikshit Maharaj was saved and protected in the womb of Mother Uttara. by Krishna himself. And then he was able to see the Lord. He expanded. Generally, super soul is also size of 1/10,000 tip of the hair. But he himself super soul expanded into 9 inches. And Parikshit Maharaj is able to see. He has given the glimpse. So he was, that's why he is searching for that Lord. Where is that Lord whom I have seen? When he came out from the womb, that is, his name is Parikshit, and he also looks like blackish blue, the same similar color to Krishna. So the Lord protected. So the name, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, then we'll be able to see the form of the Lord naturally at some point. Like Parikshit Maharaj is able to see the Lord because he is extraordinary. He is not ordinary devotee. That's why his another name is also called Vishnu Ra. Is protected by Lord Vishnu. Is always constantly thinking of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. So then, so that's why they are asking this question after asking about the holy name. Now, in the previous verses, the 13, 14, they are asking about the condition for hearing. So, what is the qualification for hearing? Sincerity and seriousness must be there for the disciple, for the hearer or the recipient. And then for those who are speaking, the speaker must be always representing from the previous, he must have heard from the previous Acharya and representing previous Acharya in the bona fide disciplic succession. That is that. And then the previous verse, again, because there is the next question coming out, fourth and fifth question, they are going to ask about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So, Nama, Rupa, and Guna, and the qualities of the Lord, they are asking here. So that's why the pastimes are there. In this previous verse, they are asking, even unconsciously, Saunaka Rishi himself is explaining, even unconsciously chanting the holy name of the Lord, Sadhyo, so unconsciously chanting, Vyosa, is that verse? I forget. Apanna Samsritam Goram, En Nama Vivaso Grunam, Tata Sadhyo Vimuchyete Yad Vived Swayam Bayam. Even the Yamaraj is fearful of Lord. He himself is fearful. So by simply chanting the holy name, En Nama, holy name, Samsritam Goram, generally the living entities are entangled in this complicated meshes of birth and death and old age and disease, this samsara saga. So in order for them to come out, they must take to the holy name, the glories of the holy name, qualities of the holy name, qualities of the Supreme Lord. And now, by simply chanting, even unconsciously. So the last verse is describing about the glories of the holy name. Now, in this verse, specific verse, we see the translation, O Sutta, those great sages, they have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganga can sanctify only after prolonged use. So they are comparing with the pure devotees of the Lord. The two aspects are mentioned. First one is the verse Yat Pada Samsraya Suta. They are asking Suta Goswami, Suta, Yat Pada, whose feet? And Samsraya means the feet of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Those devotees who are worshipping the lotus feet of Supreme Lord, by associating with them, by taking the mercy from them, the pure devotees, Yat Pada, their lotus feet, by serving them, by associating with them, by hearing from them, by taking their remnants from them. So then they will be any living entity, doesn't matter what kind of condition. That's what Prabhupada explains in the purport. So Sadhyo Punanti, they will be purified much more rapidly, very fast than even because taking bath in Ganga also purifies, but it takes long time after prolonged use. After many times. That's why the main purpose of going to pilgrimage is to associate with the pure devotees of the Lord and hear from them. These two are the most important aspects. Whenever we go to pilgrimage, Mayapur, Vrindavan, Dwarka, Mathura, wherever we go, that is the main purpose, more than taking the bath in the holy places. So that is the important aspect. Because even Ganga herself is asking, what is going to happen to me in Kali Yuga? So many people are going to leave all the sinful activities in my here in Ganga. Then what will happen to me? Then Lord has given the assurance. Even the pure devotees will come and take the bath. Then automatically it will purify you. So don't be worried. In this way, So Lord has given the assurance. That's why the pure devotees association and hearing, that will go in detail. So that is the main topic. So now why are they asking this question? Always there is a external sense, we read the verse or we understand, but internally also there will be different realizations and understanding of this Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, any transcendental subject matter. Directly we see one thing here. It just says, so why are they asking after this, after asking the question of why did Krishna appear in the womb of Mother Devaki? They are asking this question before the pastimes of the Lord, before asking about the incarnations, Leela Avataras, Guna Avataras. Those are the next questions coming up, 4th and 5th. Before that, they are asking, because in order for us to understand or to realize, to reveal, the pastimes to be revealed, as we are discussing, these 6 questions are in the group of Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So, holy name will give, when we advance to some, then we will be able to see the form. Then further, when we advance, Nama, Rupa, qualities of the Lord, we will be able to see and understand. And Leela, pastimes of the Supreme Lord. But not only chanting of the holy name, that is one aspect. That's why you see the previous verse and this verse, before they ask, are going to ask about that question of the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, the Leela Avatara, Guna Leela. That is the last aspect. Before that, they are asking this, what is the criteria, what we should have, what is the qualification. The chanting must be there, but also pure devotees association. Otherwise, the same Bhagavad Gita you take, you might have read 10 years ago, but unless you are heard in the association of devotees, unless we read Prabhupada books, pure devotee of the Lord, taken his association and heard, then we will be able to little bit realize. More you surrender, more you hear in the association, especially the pure devotee of the Lord, then we will be able to realize it, what exactly each verse of the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam is telling. Otherwise, it is very difficult to understand because it is a transcendental subject matter. It is not material. So that's why they are asking the question. The holy name, and also along with that, very, very important point is associating with the pure devotee of the Lord, pure bona fide spiritual master, advanced devotees, and not only associating with them, but hearing from them. Not only hearing from them, but also taking the remnants from them. Like Narada Muni's example, we see in his pastime what has happened. Narada Muni, first of all, he served so much, so that's why there is step-by-step process in this Bhakti Yoga. There are 10 steps. First one is Adhav Shraddha. First one must have faith. Then all they will come to Krishna consciousness. They have some inquisitiveness. Why? What is happening? Who am I? Why I am suffering on this? Athato Brahma Jignasa. That is inquisitiveness. Adhav Shraddha. Then they will have faith. They will come to temple. They will also try to hear or try to understand. They may receive books. They may take prasad. Tata Sadhu Sangho. That is second step. Then Bhajana Kriya is the initiation. Taking shelter, taking a surrender. Surrendering to a bona fide spiritual master. So for that to happen, it is mentioned the steps are, as you aspire and take shelter, Adav Guru Ashrayam. Ashrayam means taking a shelter. Also, it can say aspiring. Adav Guru Ashrayam. Then what we have to do, we have to hear and serve, try to serve that bona fide spiritual. Sabdharma Prucha. But before asking the question, there should be Visramba Sevanam. So that's what Narada Muni has done. Narada Muni has seen in this 4 months Chaturmasa period now, that's what is going on now, first month. So in that, Narada Muni has seen for many. Bhakti Vedantis has come. They are reading and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, executing devotion service, worshipping the Lord, all those. Then Narada Muni was only a very small child and only his mother was there, father was not there. And mother also didn't have much money. And she was working. Serving under in some home. So here, as per Bhakti Vedanta, she is all servants. Then he also served them so nicely, and he used to hear with rapt attention. By seeing their Narada Muni's qualification of so much humbly hearing and serving them, and so then they give the mercy to him. Then by their mercy, by their association, by their mercy, Narada Muni is able to advance quickly. Then he wants to take shelter. Then they initiated him. So Bhakti Vedanta is pure devotees of the Lord initiated Narada Muni. And Narada Muni, by taking their permission, they asked the remnants. He used to serve the prasadam. They used to, then he took the permission and tasted the remnant. When we offer bhoga to the Lord, it is called Mahaprasad. Mercy of the Lord. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur we sang that. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punya Vatan Rajan. We don't really, because Prabhupada, how Prabhupada takes prasad and how we take prasad is much different. Because Prabhupada never, he used to sit at one place, never talk to anyone during the prasadam time, alone, 45, 50 minutes, 1 hour he used to take. Relishing each and every bite, relishing is thinking this is touched by the lips of the Supreme Lord. That is the consciousness in which Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord takes. So that it takes time. It's not easy for us to come, but at least we should know this is it's very Mahaprasad. Getting Mahaprasad as per from Jagannath Puri and holy places even much more prominent, much more important. And it gives, that is the most mercy we are receiving. Anyway, so the whatever we discussed, Narada Muni has received that mercy. It is called, when the Lord takes prasad, it is called Lord taste the bhoga, it is called Mahaprasad. When the pure devotee of the Lord takes that Mahaprasad and eats and then honor and then whatever is left, if somebody gets the remnant, it is called Mahaprasad. Even more powerful, more merciful. So that's why, especially from bona fide spiritual masters, so the same thing Narada Muni has done. He asked their permission and tasted the remnant. So this caused his advancement very quickly. Tesham aham samuddatta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavam nacharat parda mayam chetasam. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, Pure Devotion Service, verse number 6 and 7. It is mentioned, Krishna is mentioning very quickly, I will swiftly deliver you. Those who are engaging in pure devotion service, especially serving the pure devotee of the Lord, you will be quickly advanced in Krishna consciousness. So, from that Narada Muni's example, and then his mother also passed away, and they also left. 4 months of period is over. The Narada Muni simply followed their instructions, simply followed whatever they instructed, how to worship the deity, how to chant the holy name, what not to do, what to do. So every day, consistently, seriously, sincerely. So then he just followed. Then he is able to cross over Ananda Nivritti stage after initiation. On the day of initiation, all the sinful activities taken by a spiritual master. And then still there are lingering effects which is there in the heart proclivities. And the consciousness is still not purified. Till that point, whatever is there, that is nullified. But still the heart is not transformed yet. So that's the seed of the bhakti is sown at the time of initiation in the heart, into the living entity, into the bhakta, by the pure devotee of the Lord. So that's a very important step, that is initiation. Bhajana Kriya it is called. Then Anartha Nivritti. Then the started Anartha Nivritti. It can take many lifetimes. If you are very, very serious, then 3 lifetimes. If you are really, really serious, then it's only 1 lifetime. So Anartha Nivritti means all unwanted things will slowly, one by one, comes out. Like the weeds, when you grow any plant, weeds will come out. So by removing, detecting and removing. So observation, reflection is very important in devotional service. We have to constantly observe what's going on with our life, how our days and months are passing, and then where do we need to correct ourselves? How do we balance our life? So all these things must be, reflection must be there on a regular basis. So that helps us. And especially these verses from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to reflect. That gives that intelligence to reflect. So anyway, so coming back to the point, Adava Siddhartha, also, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, then Nishta, fixed up in Krishna. Nobody needs to tell what to do. How long you have to chant, not only 16 or much more throughout the day. Whenever he gets time, he will keep chanting. And then worshipping the deity and all other processes, engaging in the service of the deity, engaging in the service of the devotees, hearing, reading, so many aspects of devotion service. Fully fixed up. Then Ruchi, you start tasting that, developing taste for the holy name, developing taste for hearing, developing taste for every aspect of devotion. Then that leads next to asakti. Asakti means complete attachment and detachment from the internal detachment from all the material things. Complete attachment to the Lord. Then bhava, the ecstatic symptoms. As Mahaprabhu, we see Mahaprabhu's pastimes and many advanced devotees, ecstatic symptoms appear. Prabhupada also exhibit very, very rarely, once or twice. They conceal. That is another quality of pure devotee. They don't exhibit in front of the devotees. They try to conceal themselves, the ecstatic symptoms, bhava stage. And then finally, Krishna prema. That is the final goal of this. Whatever we do, that is the ultimate goal to attain Krishna prema. So now they are asking this question. Why are they asking question? So the holy name, about the holy name they mentioned in the previous verse. This specific verse, they are asking three things: the association of pure devotee and the association of the Supreme Lord. The especially lotus feet of the pure devotee, lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Two aspects. So that is first thing. Yat pada samsraya suta. Pada means lotus feet. Prasamayana, Munaya, sages. Sota is asking. The Sonaka and other Rishis, sages are asking Sota Goswami, Prasamayana. Those Prasamayana, it is mentioned, absorbed in devotion to the Supreme. The pure devotees are always absorbed in the Supreme. So they are carrying the Supreme Lord within their heart. Wherever they are, it is Vrindavan, Mayapur. They don't need to be specifically in Vrindavan. That's what Prabhupada has mentioned. New York, LA, wherever he is, London, he always said, wherever I am, it is Vrindavan. There is no difference. Because they are fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, wherever they are. Now the question, so the Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, we'll go through Narada Muni example we have taken, another example we'll take so that we understand. And we can see that even Prabhupada's disciples and Prabhupada's disciples, like Jayananda Prabhu's case, he passed away. Prabhupada has told he is a pure devotee of the Lord. He went back to, even though he suffered with cancer and he left, but till the last minute he was serving. You will see in Bhagavad Gita and Krishna book, he has given, donated, he was driving the car and he was donating money. At that time, in the beginning of the Krishna consciousness time, nobody was there to help, but he used to help. Even not much great job, but a very simple job. So much hard work he has to do. $5,000 he has given for Bhagavad Gita and then Krishna book. Later on also, even when he is bedridden, cancer, still he has given money even that time also. Prabhupada was glorious. From the beginning, he used to serve morning to evening. Before everybody wakes up, before anybody wakes up, he used to wake up. And he used to sleep last. He used to do every service, picking up the garbage to everyone. Whoever comes, he used to engage. And he used to bring all the grocery and whatnot from the fruit vendors and flowers, garland, everything he used to bring. San Francisco. He's the one built the Radha Yatra. He started. He's the one. He is the man of Radha Yatra. Without him, nothing is no Radha Yatra in US, in the Western world. So he built the carts for San Francisco, LA, even for New York also. He was there beginning, first one, I think. So that's why Prabhupada made sure that he wanted Jayananda Prabhu's picture and in front of the Radha Yatra cart, wherever Radha Yatra happens. Such a pure devotee. Doesn't matter how they passes away, because pure devotee, that is the quality of a pure devotion. So arrangement or the accident doesn't matter. Prabhupada is explaining 8.24. So pure devotees could pass away at any time, in any way, form or shape. But that shouldn't bother us, because they are simply thinking about the Supreme Lord, absorbed even in the last minute. Even if they are not thinking of the Lord, Lord will think of them. So in this way, so we understand. So that's why the pure devotees association. So Jayananda Prabhu is completely another quality of the Jayananda Prabhu, pure devotee. Recent days, because we are giving example of Narada Muni, where we want to discuss from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Another great example. It is called Kalidas, great devotee of the Lord, associate of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kalidas, how ordinary person he became extraordinary devotee. What he did. This specific verse example. How did he become great devotee? How did he receive the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? How did he attain Krishna Prema highest stage so quickly and rapidly? So I'm just giving the example of even nowadays, because Jayananda Prabhu is very recent. I think he passed away probably 10 years ago. So that's why I'm giving that example. And he used to work so much from morning to evening, fully engaged in devotional service, doesn't matter, even menial service, everything. Even when Prabhupada comes, also he used to not go to Prabhupada. Everybody used to sit around him, serve Prabhupada, but he used to be absorbed fully in his service of the temple, fully focused. Prabhupada used to call him, where is Jayananda? In that way. And then whenever somebody criticizes, somebody is talking about other devotees, he used to leave immediately from that place. He never used to participate in any of those. So that is the quality of a pure devotee. So by serving, by associating with them, so then automatically, because Jayananda Prabhu associated with Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya, he is pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by his association, Jayananda Prabhu became extraordinary devotee. He attained Krishna Prema within this lifetime. And Prabhupada has clearly mentioned, he confirmed it. When he left the body, he went back to Vaikuntha. He is a Vaishnava, is a Vaikuntha devotee. And so now going back to the example, this verse is talking about how by pure devotion. So before they are asking the question of 4th and 5th about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, when we chant the holy name of the Lord, when we come to advanced stage, then this holy name will reveal the form of the Lord. So that's why they ask the question, third question. And then before the holy name revealing even the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, especially the incarnation, the Leela avatars of the Supreme Lord, as we chant, that is at advanced stage, not now. After many years, how advanced we come to, how serious, how sincere, how fully focused, it depends on that. It can, Prabhupada mentioned, for me it took 15 to 20 years to come to that stage. That's what Prabhupada has said. For Prabhupada. For us, even for us also, we can come to that, but we have to be really serious. We have to have intense greed for us to come to that level. So that's why here the example is given that by pure association, not only the holy name chanting, but also we have to take the association of pure devotee. That is the only way. And Prabhupada is explaining about from Bhagavad Gita 9.32 in most confidential knowledge. Prabhupada is giving the example of taking the shelter of the pure devotee. Mam hi parda vyapasritya epish papa yonaya. So by even the lowest class, even Chandala, even generally this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra. Even the lower than Sudra is also Chandala, those who eat dogs and snakes and whatnot. So from different places, even them, they also can be liberated. So even less intelligent people also can be liberated by simply taking the shelter of pure devotee, Vyapasritya. Prabhupada explains, Vishesha Rupena Asritya. Vyapasritya means. It is expanded like that, Sanskrit. Prabhupada explained. So the Vishesha Rupa means in a specially, fully taken shelter of the lotus feet of the pure devotee of the Lord. Directly taking shelter of the Supreme Lord is not enough, because we will not be able to understand. We can, unless we recognize his devotees, because this same thing is mentioned by Parvati Devi is asking Lord Shiva, and the Lord Shiva is mentioning that also in Padma Puran. What is the ultimate thing in this world? What is the topmost thing? The Lord Shiva mentioned Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Topmost thing is worshipping the Lord Vishnu. And further than that is Tadiyanam Samarchanam. So worshipping his devotees, serving his devotees is even more important. So that's why Mahaprabhu has showed that by his own example. By serving the devotee, he used to all this from Bengal. Now let's get back to the story of Kalidas, how he became. So that's why here the pure devotees association, serving them is important. Three things are very important, which we will describe once we hear the pastime of Kalidas. So the Kalidas is a great devotee of the Lord. So every year Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas 24 years, at 24th year he took sannyas and he stayed in Jagannath Puri by the instruction of his mother, Sachi Mata. When he stayed there every year, all the devotees used to come from Bengal and so many other places to Jagannath Puri, from Mayapur and other places to Jagannath Puri to associate with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then attend this Ratha Yatra. Every year they used to come. So like this, one time also Kalidas has come. So The Kalidas, what he used to do, Kalidas is a great devotee, or he became great devotee because what he used to do, he used to go to each and every devotee. Anybody who is a Brahmana, doesn't matter, he was not looking at whether he was anybody who is a devotee of the Lord. So, Brahmana, Vaishnava, the Lord, he used to go to them, he used to serve them, he used to give the gifts. Yesterday we were discussing the question, Mataji asked the question, how do we come out of the enviousness and jealousy? Because Dhritarashtra, that is the confidence from chapter 1, verse number 1 of Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra is fully in that confidence. And that is the nature of the material world. That is what is exhibited in that specific verse. How do we come out of that? Then I mentioned that serving the great devotees of the Lord, serving Tulsi Maharani, serving the devotees, then we imbibe those qualities. Just like when you associate as friends, we associate with those who are always engaged in unwanted things. We will get one thing or the other from them by associating with them. But if we associate with good people, then automatically we imbibe those qualities naturally. Say, where will the crows will assemble? Crows goes to the dirty place. Where will the swans will go? Swans will go where the clean water is there. That's where swans will be there. Same way, where will all these bugs and where the source are there? Same as the pure devotees are always interested and engaged fully in devotion service of the Lord. So the Kalidas, what he used to do, he used to go to each and every devotee, he used to exchange, to remove the enviousness. We have to hear carefully. There are three things has to be done, and that is clearly mentioned. So then automatically we will come out not only removing enviousness, every unwanted quality, all the material consciousness will go, will reach the, we will attain Krishna Prema very quickly and rapidly, just by following these three things. So the Kalidas, what he used to do, he used to go and take the various gifts. It could be fruits, it could be various different items, and different articles, and to serve them, to serve these Brahmanas, Vaishnavas who are dear to the Supreme Lord. Because as the Lord is mentioning, Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmane Daicha. The Brahmanas, the cows are very dear to him. So that's why he used to go and eat regularly, not just once in a year or something. Regularly he used to try to serve. He used to go to their home, he used to give gifts, the fruits and various things. Especially he used to give fruits, vegetables, these things. And then what he used to, then he used to ask them, try to serve them, give the gifts. Then he asked them, please give mercy. He used to beg them for mercy. And then he used to ask them remnants. And most of them will not give, because who will give? So unless only bona fide spiritual master, they give. Because not everybody, because they think they are lowest. I am not qualified to give my remnants. That is generally the case. Same thing used to happen. What he used to do, he used to hide. He used to give the gifts, he used to give the fruits and different things, vegetables. Then when they taste, when they eat, and then he used to hide in the bushes and their home. And then once they throw in the ditch, once they finish everything, then they used to throw that plates, because now not like nowadays. We are eating in a paper plate, we are eating in so many things. But those days, even gold plate also they used to leave. One time you eat, that's it, done. There is no reusing of any of this. Because they used to eat on the leaf plates. What we call that? Banana leaf. Yeah, banana leaf and the other one, I forget. So those are the leaves they used to use. Eat and then leave it, throw it. So that's what they used to eat and throw. And then he used to go and grab them. They never used to see. He used to hide behind in that home, and then he used to see where they throw it. And then he used to go there and eat the remnant and lick the remnants. The tasting the remnants is Maha Prasad. So without them knowing, because not like he doesn't want just he is very humble, very menial service he used to do, and he is to serve all these devotees, pure devotees of the Lord, Brahmanas. It doesn't matter, even Sudras. Anybody who is a Brahmana or Vaishnava, he then one time like that he also went to one devotee. He was a Sudra, the lowest class, but he was a Vaishnava. So his name is Jadu Thakur. Jadu Thakur. So he went to his house. He took a nice, very ripe and nice mangoes. He took and as a gift, and then he went to his house. He gave the gift, and then he offered his obeisances. Then he asked, please shower your mercy, please bless me. And then he asked also, please put your feet on my head. Then he mentioned, no, no, impossible. This I cannot do this. Then he asked, no. Then he said, no, I am not qualified. I am Shudra. I am the lowest class. You go to the advanced devotees, Brahmanas. So I cannot feed you also. You have given gifts. I want to feed, but I am the lowest class. So I cannot feed you. Please go to I will ask them to invite you the other Brahmana's house. So that is the way Jadu Thakur explained. And then Kalidas started giving the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. Now even the lowest class, if he is a Vaishnava, he can serve, he can give his mercy. He is the topmost, not the Brahmana who doesn't do any service to the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Is not considered as a Vaishnava if he is not doing service to the Lord and his devotees. It's just a name sake Brahmana. So then he quoted 3-4 verses. Still Jadu Thakur said, no, I am not qualified to give my remnant, I am not qualified to give, put my feet on your head. Then he was upset. Then he left from the place and then he hid in the bush. Then when they threw mangoes eaten by Jadu Thakur, and then his wife served Jadu Thakur, and then his wife also ate. Then they threw those remnants on a leaf. Then he went to that place and then he licked and he ate all that. So then Kalidas, so in this way, not only one person is simply absorbed in doing this. So over the years, many years, and Mahaprabhu knows what is happening, who is Kalidas. In this way, he advanced very, very rapidly. So then when Mahaprabhu used to go to Jagannath Puri, especially take darshan of his Lord Jagannath at Jagannath temple, main temple, from northern, Uttara Dwaram, northern direction of the temple. When he used to go and he used to wash his feet, lotus feet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to wash his lotus feet before taking the darshan of the Lord at the Srimad Dwar. There are 21 steps or 22 steps before you climb up if you went to Jagannath Puri. Generally, we are supposed to go generally after marriage, whenever you get time, just really. So those days, people used to go to Tirupati, Mayapur, Vrindavan after the marriage because we have to get purified. We have to understand what is the purpose of life and everything. So we went like that after the marriage to Jagannath Puri. So so there we have seen. I didn't remember the steps, but from Chaitanya Charitamrita they explained 22 steps are there. So below that there was a small ditch, and that's where Mahaprabhu used to wash his feet. Then Mahaprabhu told clearly to his servant Govinda, never give my water. This water nobody should taste. Nobody should take it. And then nobody got it. But one day, so Kalidas came at the right time when Mahaprabhu washed his feet. Then he took one palmful. He drank it. Again, second time, third time. Then he is still about to go on. And Mahaprabhu told, enough. You have taken enough. I have given you mercy, full mercy. So no more. Don't do this again. No more. Mahaprabhu forbade him. So because Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada Chaitanya Charitamrita Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explaining, only way he received mercy because Mahaprabhu knows the quality of this great devotee Kalidas, because he used to serve all the devotees. Doesn't matter whether it's a neophyte or advanced, anybody who is a devotee, he used to go and serve them menially, and he used to give gifts to them. And then seeing that quality, then Mahaprabhu allowed. Otherwise, he never allowed anybody tasting the water, washed water. Then there it is explained 3 things. Bhaktir Pada Duli, Bhaktar Pada Duli, Ara Bhaktar, what is that? Pada Jala, Bhaktar Pada Jala, and one more thing is Bhakta Bhukta Vishesha. Third thing. The first thing is Bhakta Pada, the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee of the Lord. Second one is the water washed generally when Vyasa Puja happens. Appearance day of the spiritual master is called Vyasa Puja. Like Vyasadeva appearance we just passed a few days ago. second day of Chaturmas or first day of Chaturmas, I think first day. So the same way, any appearance day of the spiritual master is called Vyasa Puja. So that day, generally they wash the lotus feet of the spiritual master, and they sprinkle on their head and they drink. So generally, it is not allowed for everyone. So generally the disciples and then those who are close, not like thousands and thousands of, they will not allow to do that. It is a close generally. So it's generally because it is not to be given. So, so here that's what happened. So the second, that is the first thing is the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee of the Lord. Second is the, when will they give? Only when you serve, when you sincerely serve, this can happen. It doesn't happen just like that. Anybody and everybody, even though they might be chanting, to receive the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord is not easy. Pure devotee of the Lord, even from the Supreme Lord also, like from temple. Unless you are second initiated, you cannot go. Even further, it is also how many devotees may be worshipping the Lord on the altar, but how many of them pressing the feet of the Lord? How many of them worshipping the lotus feet? How many of them are touching the lotus feet of the Lord? How many of them are massaging the lotus feet of the Lord? Even at home, especially if you have a deity, a brass deity, or like that, some of the deities you can see the lotus feet and a little bit bigger. Small deity like Jagannath and all, you cannot do. So, but you can, if it is a bigger deity of Jagannath, then you can massage the hands of the deity, feet, because Jagannath's form, this form doesn't have the feet, you cannot see. So that you can massage the hands of the Lord Jagannath, Lord Baldev, like that. So this is a very, very important service. Always, when we, before we put them to sleep, we should sing kirtan and we should massage the lotus feet of the Lord. We should try to offer some scented things, flower, nice smell, flower which has a smell. These are supposed to be done. That is a part of the shrine. At least at temple, this is done. At home also, whenever possible, at least once in a month, once in a week, or every day, whenever possible, or at least offer tulsi leaves. That is, at least everybody should have tulsi leaves. So this way, so the dust of the, that is the only way we can, by serving in this way, the Lord, then gradually we get mercy, then we may be able to get opportunity to receive. Otherwise, even when you get initiated also, it is not possible to get the dust of the lotus feet of your spiritual master. And getting the Maha. That is second thing is the getting that water of the washed feet of the water of the pure devotee of the Lord. That is also not easy. Not everybody can get. We have to be really, we have done so much devotion service, then only it is possible. First of all, we have, oh, why should I take feet, water, wash the feet? Because many of the ordinary people will have so much, they will never take it. And then even as devotees also, unless we are mature or advanced, we have a different understanding. Why will you take somebody's lotus water, wash the feet? Why will you take that water? That is the understanding, because that is a material idea, material conception we have. That's why we don't take. Same thing, remnants. Who will take remnants of somebody's food? Generally, it is a material thing, so nobody will take. But when you come to advanced devotion service, Bhakti Yoga process, it's very, very prominent, very, very important. So, by Prabhupada's mercy, so we receive that, this knowledge. And Shastra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining in this specific chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita, after explaining this story of Kalidas, how he has done these three things. He used to somehow or the other get the mercy of dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee. Somehow or the other he used to get the water, washed the lotus feet of pure devotee. Second thing, now he directly got from Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Imagine. When will that happen? Only when you receive the qualification, then only it will happen. It didn't happen to everybody. Mahaprabhu didn't allow. Even during the Gundisha margin also, Mahaprabhu told that water, even that time also he didn't allow. But one devotee, it's not Kalidas, that time somebody else, I forget the name. He took, so grabbed one poundful of water in his palm and then he drank it. Then immediately Lord told, chastised, even Sarvabhauma or Swarup Damodar Goswami, he told, under your direction this thing is happening, this cleaning. How could you allow this? Mahaprabhu chastised. Swarup Damodar Goswami immediately chastised the devotee. So that's why it is not easy. It is very rare to get these things. And the third thing is Bhukta Vishesha. That means the remnants. Maha Prasad it is called. So these three things, by simply getting these three things, Kalidas attained Krishna Prema. He directly received the mercy of the Supreme Lord, and then after this Mahaprabhu did this northern direction, he washed his feet and he went and taken darshan. And then also he went on the southern side of Jagannath Puri temple. There is Narsimhadev deity. And then Mahaprabhu went there and worshipped the deity. He offered the mantra. This is Narsimha prayer. Prabhupada has given. That mantra is specifically, it is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted that mantra. Namaste Narsimhaya. That mantra is there. If you look at in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu chanted that verse. Namaste Narsimhaya. So in this way, everything must be authorized. That's why Prabhupada has given. Otherwise, we don't chant anything and everything. Even though it might be in Shastra, generally we go by what Acharya recommends. So then it has a tremendous benefit when we follow the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master and founder Acharya. So Mahaprabhu then went and did Narsingha prayer, took in darshan of Lord Narsimhadev on the southern side of the temple. Then he also watched some Bhoga, one of each time Bhoga offering to Lord Jagannath, there's the different names. Evening, afternoon, so many times they offer to Lord Jagannath. So many items, 56 items each time. So there he took, then the devotees, the Jagannath servants offered that prasad, Mahaprasad of the Lord Jagannath given to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he came home and then he tasted, he took, then Govinda, then Kalidas came there also. See how greedy he is. Not only tasted that, he didn't stay, he was not fully satisfied even then. Then he went to Mahaprabhu's house. He was waiting. When I am going to get Maha remnants? Then Kalidas finally, then seeing, understanding the thing, what is going on with Kalidas, then he told his servant, Mahaprabhu told his servant Govinda, go and give these remnants to Kalidas. So, because only Mahaprabhu allowed this, because Kalidas has served, he received that qualification, he earned that qualification. Before you desire, first deserve. That's what Shastra says. So to deserve means that first we have to earn the qualification. That's why service is the topmost thing. Serving the Supreme Lord, serving the devotees is very, very important. We underestimate very much, but this is the most important thing. Other than hearing from in the association of devotees and chanting the holy name of the Lord, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra hoy, Sarva Siddhi hoy. So all the Shastras are telling, by simply associating with pure devotees of the Lord and hearing, then it purifies moments of association. And then on top of it, these three things are mentioned. Vishesha. ये तीन महाबल. So these three things, by whoever does it, whoever gets it, so then they will get in so much immense strength of devotion service. They will advance very, very rapidly, very quickly. So that's what this verse is telling about. The first thing, the first aspect is Yat Pada. By serving the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the verse it mentions Ei Tina Seva Hoite Krishna Prema Hoy Puna Puna Sarva Shastra Pukariya Hoy. All the Shastras are telling this. Whoever gets these three things, dust and water wash the lotus feet of the pure devotee and the remnants of the pure devotee, Maha Prasadam, these three things, then automatically you will attain Krishna Prema. So that's why the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu explain, Nectar Devotion explain, how do you receive Krishna Prema? Sadhana Siddha, that means by engaging in sadhana, regular sadhana, chanting or following the 9 types of devotion service. But that is not going to advance quickly. So we need two things, either through mercy of the Supreme Lord directly or the mercy of devotees. To receive mercy of the Lord is very, very rare. It doesn't happen just like that. Nectar de Bhakti Rasamrita Rupa Goswami explained, Prabhupada translated that in Nectar Devotion. So but the second thing is, it can happen. Most of the 99% majority of the cases, it is by the mercy of the pure devotee we advance. So that's why this takes a prominent position. These three things. So that's why Yat Pada Samshraya Asuta. So by serving those who are serving the Supreme Lord, by serving them, then automatically we will be able to attain and advance, remove enviousness, jealousy, unwanted whatever. This um, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Madha, Matsarya, the six unwanted things. That is the entanglement. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives how to come out of the entanglement we discussed in the last verse. And other than that, these three things, serving this in these three ways, the pure devotees, then we will be able to advance very quickly. Now the next aspect is serving the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Samshraya Sutta. Samshraya means taking the shelter of the serving the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Only way we can understand the Supreme Lord and the devotional service, the bhakti, the transcendental subject, is by serving the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. It is mentioned, Atapi te deva padam bhujadvayam janahi tattvam mahimno. If you want to understand the power, the power of the holy name, power of the transcendental subject matter, mahimna, the essence, the power, the significance, the qualities, then we have to take shelter of the two lotus feet. Atapi te deva padambuja dvayam, two lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Janayati tattvam bhagavan mahimno. Chiran vichinvam. By taking shelter, by serving the Supreme Lord, then we will be able to take it. And this, another example, it is also mentioned, how to remove the enviousnness. There is another example also. Sri Shastra gives so many. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Prachetas, in one of the canto, so I think 8th canto or 6th canto, it is there. Prachetas, sons of Prachina Barhi, many of them, not one or two. They all used to, 10,000 years they performed severe austerities, because his father told, before you get married, you first understand goal of human life, perform some austerity. Then they went and under the sea they used to perform austerities. Then the Lord Shiva comes out from that ocean, and then he gives his mercy, he gives his prayers. What prayers you have to chant. He gives his mercy by seeing their austerity, by seeing, and they used to be very friendly with each other. It's not like, oh, he is going to advance more, let me advance more. Or why is he advancing? Why not me? They are not thinking, all together used to do, together nicely in a friendly way. So Lord Shiva has given mercy, then Lord appeared. After that, then he told Prachetas. The Lord told Prachetas that anybody who remembers you, just remembering Prachetas, how they performed devotion service many years, and then pleased the Supreme Lord. Lord appeared. By simply remembering every evening, they will never have any, they will be always friendly to the brothers, friendly to all the living entities. And then also, because they are pure devotees of the Lord, they became pure devotees by the mercy of the, again, the Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of the Lord, is one of the Mahajana. He received mercy. So, and then directly they are able to see the Supreme Lord by their devotion service. So, then Prachetas explains later on. So this can happen. So then they were glorifying the Supreme Lord because by the serving this pure devotee of the Lord, like Lord Shiva, they serve by receiving that mercy. So automatically it purifies. It purifies more faster than even Ganga, because Ganga you have to take so many times bath. Each time you commit simple activity, you go and take bath again, go and do the same kind of activity, again go back. This goes on constantly. But remove the actual proclivities. The heart has the desires, unwanted things. So actually that removing that is very important. So that if that can be removed, very quickly by serving these pure devotees in this way. So these prachetas are also by serving Lord Shiva and other devotees, then they receive the mercy. And then they are glorifying how by receiving the mercy of pure devotees, they are able to attain Krishna. So in this way, so the Samshraya Sutta, Samshraya means it is explained, the serving taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord directly, not directly means through pure devotee. So there also it is explained in another place. in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shastra is explaining Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining. The advanced, there are three types of devotee: first class, second class, third class. The first class devotee may engage his head to bow down in front of the Lord, bow down to the pure devotee of the Lord, and his eyes in watching seeing the Lord's beautiful form, seeing the pure devotees of the Lord, seeing Tulsi Maran in this way. And then his hands and legs in every part of his body, like Ambarish Maharaj. Savai Mana Krishna Padar Vandayo, Vaikunta Vachamsi Gunanu Varnane. Each and every part of his body used to engage in Krishna service. Even though he was a great king, he used to have a temple in his palace itself. He used to every day attend, worship the deity. So everything he used to do fully because he knows exactly what is the goal of life, from whom everything is coming, so how to. So Krishna used to be the center of his life. So the same way, so the Shastra explained that is the topmost devotee. Then the second class devotee will do just the bow down to the Supreme Lord and then offer pranam to the devotees. Then the third class devotee, neophyte devotee, at least he can offer, because initially we don't have conception. Why should I offer namaskar to the devotee? That's why we see in other temples, sometimes even our temple also. When they come new, they will offer only obeisances. They may not say Hare Krishna or any Namaskar or Pranam to any devotee. So because they know only Lord. They think the Lord, by seeing the Lord, by worshipping the Lord, that is the greatest thing. That's all they care about. They don't care about devotee. That is the neophyte stage. So for them, offering obeisances to Supreme Lord is important. Even if they cannot do that, then Shastra is explaining, if they can do at least taking the Charanamrut, that's why every day we offer, and we do 16 upachar, the small deity, Acha Vigraha of the main deity, Shri Radha Shyamsundar, we have small deities. So when we do installation also, first the small deities are installed, Shri Radha Shyamsundar, then from there the big deities also, and Prana Pratishtha, big deities also happen, both happen. So by serving, we dress both of them, but the 16 upacharas, all other of upachara, main detailed abhishek and everything, articles. So there is also taking giving bath to them. It is called abhishek. So that also there is a charanamrut. Then we get the charanamrut, that water. So generally with you can do in general in other temples they do with panchamrit, ghee and yogurt and milk and sugar and one more honey. These five things, panchamrit. Then we take that is called charanamrit, because madhuparka is also there. We offer, we give the madhuparka is of honey and yogurt and sugar. 1:1. So that is the ratio. We offer, and then that is tasted by the Supreme Lord. So that they mix sometimes. But most of the temples they have charanamrit is just water mixed with rose petals and a little bit scented water, and then they offer, they bathe the Lord, they take it out separately. Even if they bathe with this yogurt and everything, they will not mix it. They will keep that separate. That is called the actual charanamrit, because whole body is bathed with that water. Then by tasting that water, charanamrit, then the neophyte devotee can advance quickly also. That's why charanamrit tasting, whenever we go to temple, that is the first thing we have to do. Take darshan, offering, bow down to the spiritual master, founder acharya and lordships, and then we also should take charanamrit. At least, even if no prasadam is there, every temple will have charanamrit. At least all ISKCON temples throughout the world. So that's a Shastra is explaining. This is the samsritya. Yat pada samsrayasu. Samsraya means ashraya, taking shelter of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Since we are not second initiated, we may not get, some of you not second, then we have to, by in this way, by taking the charanamrut of the Supreme Lord, we are associating with we are directly taking the remnants of the Supreme Lord. So that gives mercy, that gives advancement, developing relationship with the Supreme Lord. Then further, Samsraya Suta. Yeah, Samsraya Suta Munaya Prasamayana. Sadhyo Pananti Upasprushta. Swardhuni Apo Anusevaya. And Anusevaya means prolonged use and constantly. So Anu also means constantly, and also means continuously, yeah, constantly, continuously, every day. And also, anu also means following previous acharyas, following. So that's why we have to try to serve the pure devotees regularly as much as whenever we get time. Now Janmashtami and Balram Jayanti is coming. So we should serve that time. We are still discussing whether we'll do in person or how we'll do restricted way, and that will be announced soon. But this is the opportunity that is especially it is happening in Chaturmasa, second month of Chaturmasa. This is Balram Jayanti, 1 week before, 8 days before the Janmashtami, Balram Jayanti, and then Janmashtami, then after 2 weeks after is Radhashtami. All these things are very, very auspicious. Special mercy is available. So special things we should try to bring and offer, and special things, and then special prayers we should offer, special services we should take it up. So that nectar devotion it is explained. Prabhupada is out of 64 items. Some of these items are these. On a special festival day, special mercy is available. We have to grab it. So that's what this verse is specifically talking about. So how to serve these pure devotees. So by bowing down, by hearing from them, by serving them in various ways, whenever sannyasis come, whenever guest speakers come, especially advanced devotees, should try to serve them in whatever way, giving them water, giving them garland, giving them whatever, some money, whatever we can give, or gifts, fruits, whatever they accept, nuts, whatever we can do. Try to serve as much as possible within our capacity and means. In this way, we get purified very quickly. We advance very quickly. So we in humble mode though, not like in a pride or proud. Oh, I have brought these great things, and Prabhupada has showed by example. When somebody used to do with that proudness, they used to bring very, very costly and expensive things, but Prabhupada used to not accept it. In different ways, somehow or the other, it never used to happen. So that's why, in order for a pure devotee of the Lord to accept, or even the Lord accept, so we need the qualification to make sure we are humble. We should be in that humble position because we are insignificant. What quality we have? What can we offer? Everything belongs to Supreme Lord. He has so many things. What can we offer? Only our time, our devotion. So that is the only thing we can offer to the Supreme Lord. So and also we see the example. Lord Himself is showing the example. Sudama Vipra, when Sudama Vipra came to meet Supreme Lord, what did he do? So Lord, he went out all the way. He was on the bed with Queen Rukmini, and then he saw the Sudama Vipra walking down, coming inside into the palace. Then he went further outside. This is the way Acharyas are explaining. When guests come, especially devotees come, even if nobody is there in the temple, you are doing Rajbhog, you are doing some service, you see a devotee walking in, then at least you should say Hare Krishna. You should, even if you are doing Arati in between. So when nobody is there, you should guide them. And then you continue. Even while chanting, also that is another instruction. So the Lord has come out all the way. When guests come to our home, especially devotees, elders, so we should try to serve them. We have to go out, not stay inside. And when they leave also, we should go out. That's what Lord has done. When Sudama Vipra is walking in, then he went out before itself and then he brought him inside. When he left also, he went out, he went with him for some distance and then came back. This is the etiquette. Lord Himself is showing that as an example. And then what did he do? When Sudama Vipra, he brought him in, then he took him on the bed, on his personal bed. He put him on there. What did he do? Then he washed, he touched his lotus feet of Sudama Vipra Brahmana. He's showing by his example how the great devotees of the pure devotees of the Lord and the Brahmana, any devotee who is worshipping, who is serving the Lord, who is chanting, then they should be honored. Especially Sudama Vipra is a great devotee, very simple. So then the Lord has touched his lotus feet, he washed his lotus feet, he offered the arati, he gave the water, just like we do to the Lord. Like that, Lord is showing by his own example. So, and then Queen Rukmini Devi also served. In this way, both of them served Sudama Vipra. And then Sudama brought some gift. He was so poor. His wife asked him to go because he is such a great king. I am sure even if Lord doesn't give, he has great devotees. Andakas and Vrishnis and Bhojas, so many dynasties, Edu dynasty, all these are great. Even if Lord doesn't give anything, one of them will give by seeing you. So then he is so finally all right. He said, "I'll go." Then he took some gift. That is another thing. Sometimes we go to temple. Just we'll go and take darshan of the Lord. Well, I will see the Lord. I'll come home. That's what we have this thought. But whenever we go to temple, we should take some boga at least. Whether it's fruits or not, something we should take. That is the in olden days. That is what this is the culture. At least I've been told. So we are supposed to do because this is for our benefit. It purifies the wealth, the artha, the wealth, whatever we have, it becomes paramartha. When we are trying to offer something out of our to please the Supreme Lord, it is insignificant. What can we offer? Nothing. But still, as a son is offering to his father, he is taking the money of the father, but still he purchased something, he is giving it to father. Father will be very pleased. Same way by the devotion, simple devotion. So that's why it is very important. And Sudama Vipra also very poor. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't. They didn't eat food for a few days. So that's when his wife sent him. Then Sudama Vipra asked, "Get something. I have to give something. I have to take some gift. I cannot go simply like that." Then he got some from somebody neighbor's home. This puffed rice. Then he tied it to his dhoti. And then he went. And then Krishna, seeing that, he asked, "What did you bring?" Because he is seeing that something is there, but he is hiding, he is not showing. And then, after so much conversation, only Sudama allowed, "Okay, all right, I will show you." And then he showed what he brought. Then Krishna started tasting. Then Queen Rukmini stopped Krishna. Already by one morsel itself, so I have been conquered. You have given everything. Don't take again. That means, already I have become servant. Then if you take more then it is completely, it is not going to be helpful. So in this way, then Lord has taken, and then Lord has blessed Sudama Vipra. So he greeted him, he served him, and then he stayed. Lord has made sure that he stayed in his house, in his palace, nicely taken care, everything. He served them, he gave the bed, and he taken rest. Next day morning only he allowed him to go. So this way, see, Lord is showing by his own example how to serve a pure devotee of the Lord. So it's so much. So this is Lord Himself is showing by His example, and then He let him go. Then he went, walked out with him for some distance, and then came back. So this is the etiquette. This is the way we serve the devotees. Any devotee, anybody who is chanting, doesn't matter 1 year old or 2 years old or 20 years. More senior, then we have to be even more careful because we should be careful. Otherwise, we may create offensive. So we should be careful not to offend any pure devotee. That is the first offense. Especially offending pure devotee, especially bona fide spiritual master. That is the greatest offense. All our bhakti can be, it will come to almost drop dead, to come to zero, almost 0.1%, like that. So that we have to be very careful and not offend, especially bona fide, because they are constantly dedicated their life. When you offend, it's like a mad elephant coming into the field and destroying everything. So that destroys our bhakti. Complete. We will lose our taste. Sometimes we see that after a few years, some devotees they completely disappear. They lose the taste. No chanting, nothing. They disappear because sometimes most of the cases it is offensive mentality to the devotees, especially pure devotees of the Lord, criticizing and so all these things. Then that will cause automatically the power, the mercy is taken out, withdrawn by the Lord, because Lord is watching. Especially Lord becomes he never, especially as you can see from Ambarish Maharaj example, Durvas Muni tried to do that to Ambarish Maharaj, a pure devotee of the Lord. Lord didn't allow. So he takes very seriously anybody offending pure devotees, especially knowingly. If he has done, then it is a very, very grave offense. That is. So that's why we have to be careful. So basically, this verse is telling how to serve pure devotees, how to take shelter of them at the time of initiation. Even before that, we hear from them, we serve them in this way, try to get. We have to look for this. We have to look for the dust, we have to look for the water. That means, with utmost sincerity, we have to serve the Lord and devotees. Then, when it happens, it will happen. So, when we are in the association of devotees, then slowly, gradually, it will happen. We'll be able to get a chance to get all these three things. Then that will allow us to progress very quickly. By the mercy of my spiritual master, somehow or the other, I got these three things. But I'm not so qualified, so that's why I'm still at the lowest stage. But this is by the mercy of Sri Prabhupada and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, we have to regularly, constantly pray. Only by their mercy we'll be able to continue our devotion service. Otherwise, not possible at all. We think we'll be able to. I have given service already, so they have assigned me service. I will go tomorrow because it is assigned service. It is allotted to me. We will take away. We will take things granted, but we should never take things granted for any service. We should be very much attached to the service. We should be praying to the Lord. Always keep me in service. That is what chanting of the holy name means. That's what we are asking. Oh Krishna, oh all attractive Lord, oh Almighty Lord, oh Lord Rama, oh Almighty Lord, oh pleasure potency of the Lord, Srimad Radharani, engage me in your service. But when service comes, then we have to take it up. Whatever service, so many services. You can do IT service also. We have temple. Each temple has a website. You can help in those ways. You can help in so many different ways. Anyway, we will stop here. So simple subject, but it's not easy to get the mercy of these pure devotees in these three ways. Anybody has any questions?